Have you ever been in a situation where doing the right thing cost you everything? That's what happened to Jasmine. She stood up to her boss, and what followed changed both their lives in ways no one could have imagined. Trust me, you'll want to see how this one ends. So Jasmine used to work at this big retail chain. She was one of those people who really loved her job, always smiling, always willing to help, you know the type. But her boss, Miss Harper, well, let's just say she wasn't exactly a fan of people like Jasmine. You could see it in the way Harper treated her. The little snide comments, the way she'd ignore her ideas during meetings, and of course, how she'd assign her twice as much work as anyone else. One day, it got really ugly. Jasmine was helping a customer, a black woman shopping for her daughter's school supplies. The woman didn't have much, but Jasmine made her feel valued, like she was the most important person in the store. Miss Harper, she was watching from her office, arms crossed, lips pursed. Later, she pulled Jasmine aside. "You shouldn't waste so much time on people like that," Harper said with a smug grin. "They're not going to buy much anyway." Can you imagine? Jasmine was shocked, but instead of letting it slide, she stood her ground. She said, "Everyone deserves to be treated with respect, no matter who they are." And Harper? Oh, she laughed right in Jasmine's face. "You're too soft, Jasmine," she said. "Maybe this isn't the place for you." 2 weeks later, Jasmine was fired, just like that. Now, most people would have been crushed, and Jasmine was for a while. But here's the thing about her. She didn't stay down for long. Instead, she took the money she'd saved up and started working on an idea she'd had for years. Jasmine wanted to start her own customer service training company. Her goal? To teach businesses how to treat their customers and employees with kindness and respect. It wasn't easy. She worked late nights, picked up odd jobs to pay the bills, and faced rejection after rejection. But Jasmine didn't quit, and slowly things started to change. A small bookstore hired her to train their staff, then a coffee shop, then a restaurant chain. And before she knew it, her company was thriving. Jasmine's name started popping up everywhere. People were talking about her approach, her passion, and how she was transforming businesses. And then, one day, she got an email. It was from Miss Harper. At first, Jasmine couldn't believe it. Harper had written this long message about how the retail chain she worked for had shut down and how she was struggling to find work. And guess what? She wanted to apply for a job at Jasmine's company. Can you imagine? The same woman who fired Jasmine was now asking her for help. Jasmine invited her for an interview. When Harper walked into the office and saw Jasmine sitting behind the desk, you should have seen her face. She was stunned. Jasmine, she stammered. "Yes," Jasmine said, smiling. "It's good to see you, Miss Harper. Please have a seat." During the interview, Harper admitted she'd made mistakes. She talked about how life had humbled her and how she was willing to do whatever it took to start fresh. And you know what Jasmine did? She gave her a second chance, but not without a condition. "Miss Harper," she said, "working here means treating people with kindness and respect, no matter who they are. Can you promise to do that?" Harper nodded, tears in her eyes. So there it is. The same woman who fired Jasmine ended up working for her. Life has a way of coming full circle, doesn't it? Jasmine could have held a grudge. She could have said no, but instead, she chose to rise above it all. And in doing so, she proved that kindness and integrity are always stronger than hate and prejudice. If you love this story and want to hear more about how life can surprise you, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe to Storytelling Sphere. Remember, karma is real, and sometimes it's poetic.